Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show with Big Red NFL Week 2. Let's go, guys. Bam. All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 2 is here. Cannot wait. Big Ree coming off a exciting Week 1, and football is back. NFL is back. Nothing like all-day Sunday games. Cannot wait, Big Ree. It was an exciting opening weekend from Thursday, Friday. We'll get into a whole recap of the opening weekend and cannot wait. I want to welcome everybody that's new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the like. Let's get 500, maybe 600 likes this week. And comment below. We love the comments as usual. Get your DGF merch right below. Jump on the DGF merch. Let's start the episode off with the quote of the day. Quote of the day: when you believe, you can, you can. When you believe, you can, you can. By Maxwell Maltz, doctor and writer, Big Ree. How do you feel about the quote of the day? Very simple and to the point.
Yeah, simple and to the point.
You got to believe.
Yeah.
Basically, if you don't believe in yourself, that's it. It's done.
Right.
So once you have that belief that you can make something happen, Big Ree, and you can do it, that's a big. You're 50% there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like it. You got to believe, whatever it is, just believe that you can get it. And if you got that little belief, you know, confidence and belief will take you a long way. So quote of the day. Let's get into a recap, Big Ree, of opening weekend for NFL. Started off Thursday with the Cowboys and the Eagles. The Eagles won 24-20 on Thursday night. I think the big storyline from this game was Jalen Carter. Before the game even started, on the very first play, before the first snap, he supposedly, from the video coverage, spit on Dak Prescott, got ejected right away. What are your thoughts on that play, or what do you have to say in general?
Yeah, he did it right in front of the referee, so it's you're gonna get ejected.
Yeah, I mean, a bonehead play by him. He's got to know better. He's a young kid. Bonehead play. You know, you spitting on Dak Prescott right in front of the ref. If this happened anywhere where the ref wasn't, nothing would have happened. It would have been fine. He was not going to get kicked out, right?
Yeah.
But he did it right there. And honestly, Dak instigated him. So he's got to control his emotions, but Dak instigated. If you saw the replay, Dak spit kind of in his direction first.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this clear as day. He did a few seconds earlier. And so, but, that doesn't take any blame away. He's got to be smarter. If that's the case, you're the one that's chasing him all game. Let him spit on you. Now get his ass. You know what I'm saying? Go after that ass. And, and teach him a lesson. But, he was out. And I think that changed a lot of momentum for both teams. Cowboys like, oh, crap, their best, D lineman is out. It just changed a lot of momentum. But, Eagles got the win nonetheless. But I think that messed up a lot of their momentum. And Dak, stop playing this, Bush League crap like that. He's trying to talk. And then he's the first one to try to, let the ref know that guy spit on him. I don't like that, but Carter, you got to be smart. And you know what? It's better that this happened for Jalen Carter at this point. It's, they won the game. He learned a lesson. He's young. I think, what is he, 23?
Something like
and
that.
He's going to move on, and he's not going to make, I guarantee you he's not going to make this stupid mistake again. But this, luckily, it didn't happen in a bigger stage, right? This could have had a playoff game. He's suspended for the next game. Could have been huge. So then Friday night from Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil, the Chargers defeated the Chiefs 27-21. Big Ree. I got a lot to say about this game, and I want to know your thoughts before I get into it.
I want you to go. I want you to just.
The first thing that I want to say is the bonehead play. So I had the Chiefs in this game, okay? That was one of my picks, the Chiefs -3. The bonehead play by Travis Kelce, bonehead play for taking out his own teammate, Xavier Worthy, on the third or fourth play of the game. Bonehead play. This guy knocks their number one receiver out of the game. What are you doing? This dude is so caught up with his off-the-field antics that he knocks his own player out of the game. What do you have to say about that, Big Ree?
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty bad. Like, it's on him.
Have you ever seen that happen? That somebody, a tight end, knocks their own receiver out of the game on a pick play? I mean, how stupid do you have to be and not like focused to do that? It was horrible. I mean, it was so bad, and it cost them. Once again, the momentum went out the freaking window from the beginning for the entire team. You already have Rashee Rice, who's your established number one, out. Now you got Xavier Worthy out, and you're playing with Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster and Thornton as your receivers and a 37-year-old Travis Kelce. He's not 37, 36, 35. I mean, momentum went out the door right away. But what was your thoughts in this game?
Regardless, with Worthy out, Mahomes should still have figured it out. But and credit to the Chargers and credit to Justin Herbert. I've talked a lot of crap about him, but credit due to him and the whole Chargers team.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers looked good. Herbert looked really good. 300-plus yards, 3 TDs. He looked good. But you know, I think this game was just one of those momentum was lost at the beginning. Then it's a funny game. It's in Brazil.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chargers look good and they closed it out. Like, you know, Mahomes made that crazy pass at the end to get Hollywood Brown to get them to get that field goal, and then you know they had a chance to get the ball back, but
yeah.
Herbert closed it out. So you got to give him credit there. I'll give the credit to the Chargers, but you know, bonehead play by Travis Kelce was a story. Bonehead play by Jalen Carter in the first game. This was a bonehead play by Travis Kelce. Cost them this game. I mean, Travis Kelce should forfeit his game check for this game. Donate it, do something, because he cost them this game. All right, let's get into the Bengals versus the Browns, Big Ree. You said you liked the Browns and you like them to win outright. And this was your pick, and you said this is going to be a really close game, and you were absolutely right. You called this game perfectly, okay? You called it perfectly. First of all, you called Browns plus 5.5, that hit. And, I mean, Bengals looked like complete crap. I think they had 140 total yards.
Yeah, something like that. This offense is going to struggle. Their defense is really bad. I mean, the Browns gave this game away.
They absolutely did. They should have won this game easily. They missed, 2 field goals?
Yeah, and one at the end, too.
To win this game. They blew this game. The Bengals didn't win this. The Browns lost this. The Browns lost this game. Joe Burrow, 113 passing yards? I mean, is this something to be very concerned about?
Very concerned because their O-line is not that great. You have a D-line coming at you, a very heavy, good defense. I always take defense over offense.
I mean, this is very, Browns, everyone thought, okay, Bengals are going to bounce back this year, and they come up with this performance. They got the W, but they did not look good at all. And you were right, Browns' defense looked solid. Raiders upset the New England Patriots 2013. Congrats to our boy Pete Carroll for winning his first game as a coach of the Raiders. Any thoughts here, Big Ree, in this game?
Yeah, shout out to Geno Smith. I mean, Ashton Genty didn't look that good, and shout out to the Raiders defense. I think that's what the biggest shout out deserves. Only giving up 13 points on the road, that's a huge deal for the Raiders defense. Obviously they have Max Crosby, but other than that, there's not that many good players off the top of my head. But yeah.
I agree with you. You summed it up perfectly, Big Ree. Yeah, I mean, Raiders D showed up, and congrats to the Raiders. On the road, Jaguars beat the Panthers 26-10. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, I was disappointed in the Panthers. I thought this would be a lot closer, but the Jaguars came to play, and that was just the game. And they did trade Tank Bigsby to the Eagles today.
I heard about that. They gave up, they got a 5th and a 6th rounder for him. Kind of a lot for Philly, but I think have a good backup. You can't. Who's their backup right now? Shipley for the Eagles.
Shipley.
That can't be your backup. That can't be your backup, and you can't put too much pressure on Saquon. So I think they realized that, and congrats to them to make that trade early on. unimpressed with the Panthers, unimpressed with Bryce Young and the whole team on the road, but they didn't look good. But I think they got down early, and then they just, it was just kind of game was over already quick.
Right, yeah.
But I think the Panthers will bounce back, and I'm not impressed with the Jaguars at all. At all. First of all, you were at home, you beat the Panthers. Not impressed, and don't want nothing else to say here. Rams 14-9 over Houston.
Yeah, this wasn't too exciting. It was more of a defensive battle than an offensive battle, but kudos to the Rams.
Absolutely, I agree. A boring game, but I think both of these teams are going to be really good. Both of these teams are playoff teams. They'll both make the playoffs. And I think Houston, don't sleep on them. They're a really good team. They're going to win the division. And, just a good game. They were on the road, and they, late turnover cost them. Otherwise, they probably would win this game. Buccaneers and Falcons, what a game. Bucs won 23-20. What are your thoughts there, Big Ree?
Yeah, I mean, this is on the Falcons kicker. He blew it. It should have gone to overtime, and then we could have got it there, but this is on Youngway.
Yeah, I mean, he blew this. He had a chance to tie it. Did you see when I tried to ice him, he still kicked the football?
Yeah.
I think that messed him up. So he made it.
Yeah, see, yeah.
And then on the real one, he missed it.
Yeah.
He should not have kicked it. Let it go.
Yeah.
It's in your head. You just psych yourself out, right?
Yeah.
You should have just not kicked the ball and then kicked it the one time. But, yeah, Falcons blew this game. I mean, shout out to Baker. He made some big plays on that last drive to take the lead, but they did not look good. Baker didn't look good overall. He did have 3 touchdowns passing, but he didn't look great. But, yeah, I think Falcons blew this. Colts 33-8, Big Ree. 33-8. I mean, at one point it was 30-0.
Yeah, I mean, the Dolphins, I said this year they're going to fall off, and
You said it, yep.
they're done. Tua's done, and looks like they're going to trade Tyreek Hill, and then Daniel Jones stepped up. Tyler Warren had a good game, so Michael Pittman, and the Colts look good.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones is the story of this game. Played really well. Dolphins just completely look like complete crap. I think you're right. They're going to blow up the team. They're going to keep Tua, but Mike McDaniels is gone. They might trade Tyreek, but, I mean, I think it all starts with Mike McDaniels. He's the problem here. Absolutely. This guy fooled everybody. He fooled everybody for a while. And do you think he lasts past week 5?
Yeah, he'll last past week 5.
Week 5, you think so?
100%.
Past week 8.
That's kind of border.
I think that's probably where you.
50-50.
But you do. Okay, here's the question: does he get fired this season?
Yes.
I agree, and he'll get a coordinator job at some point. But this guy, Mike McDaniels, congrats! He piped back 30-40 mil, fooled everybody. But Cardinals 20-13 against the Saints.
Yeah, I mean the Saints look pretty good. Spencer Rattler looked pretty solid, and the Cardinals just did not look what we expected.
Yeah, I mean, they played very serviceable, the Saints. This was my lock of the week, and they covered, but they did not look good. I mean, they did not look good at all. They put up, 3 points in the second half? They didn't look good. I thought they were going to win easily by 10, 15 points, 20 points, and they didn't look good. And Saints at least Rattler looked serviceable. He looked like an NFL QB.
Yeah.
But not much to say there. This was a great game. Steelers and Jets. Steelers won 34-32, Big Ree. Aaron Rodgers, 22 for 30, 244, 4 touchdowns. What are your thoughts on this game, Big Ree, and your boy Aaron Rodgers?
Good for Aaron Rodgers versus the Jets defense and his old team. He had some wise words after the game.
He did, and I like it. I like that.
And they struggled here, but they still got the W.
I mean, they were down. It looked like the Jets could come, pull this game away, and they got quick, 14 points in a few minutes off of a turnover, and Rodgers made some big plays. You got to give him credit. He played well. The kicker had that 60-yard field goal to take the lead, and everybody played well, and I think this is the momentum the Steelers need on the road to get a win. Obviously, Rodgers is pumped, played great. I mean, he played great, 4 touchdowns. He was very happy to beat his former team and everybody associated with the Jets. And I think the Steelers, they're a playoff team, and they're going to be interesting. If they can trade for Tyreek Hill, or get another receiver to add with Metcalf, they're very interesting. They got Jonnu Smith at tight end. If they can get another receiver, they're very interesting. And the guy Caleb Johnson can do anything. So obviously he didn't do much in week 1, but they're an interesting team. I like the Steelers. Commanders 21-6 versus the Giants. Big Ree, anything to say on this game?
Yeah, not really much to say here, as expected.
Yeah, they got just Giants. I don't know. I think their defense is solid. They got what? Kevin Thibodeaux. They got Abdul Carter. They got their D line is decent. They got a decent defense. Obviously, Russ has got to pick it up. He looked like crap week 1. Tyrone Tracy looked horrible. But I think they can play better, but not much else to say. Broncos 20-12 versus the Titans. Big Ree, this is what I want to ask you about. This you're a Broncos fan, or you like the Broncos? What happened? I mean, they struggled
did not look
at home.
Good. The Knicks looked terrible.
Horrible.
He looked awful, and the Titans came to play.
I mean, they won by 8, and they had 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix had 3 of those, 2 interceptions and 1 fumble, and they did not look good at home. Obviously, Cam Ward looked like crap, as expected. They got no offense there, no offensive weapons. It's going to be a long year for the Titans. I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans, they potentially go 1-16, 2-15. Very possible, guys. You're in the Survivor. Go against the freaking Titans every week. Not a bad play. I think this is going to be a long season for those guys. Niners 17-13. Purdy looked good. They got the win. Sam Darnold blew it at the end. He fumbled the ball, I believe, and
Purdy came through too. Another guy I have talked crap on and off the camera about. Like, he came through at the end. He deserves credit, but unfortunately, bad news for the Niners is George Kittle has been placed on the IR, so he's out minimum 4 weeks. Purdy might not play Sunday. A lot of things. McCaffrey's hurt. Juwan Jennings is hurt. The whole team is just falling apart.
And I don't have much to say about the Niners. Everybody already knows how I feel about the Niners. The Niners are not a playoff team this year. They're not a relevant team this year. We're not going to spend too much time talking about the Niners because the Niners are not making the playoffs. Whether Purdy's hurt, not hurt, Kittle, this team is going nowhere. But I think they can be respectable, maybe win 7-8 wins. Maybe go 500, maybe, but they're not making the playoffs. Anything you want to say about them? Do you feel they're a playoff team?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really watch this game because I was just watching a different game, but they came through. I mean, on the road, being down last drive, you came through. I mean, I got to give credit. So.
Yeah, credit, they got the win, but I don't have much to say about the Niners because normally I like talking about the Niners because they're, at least a playoff team. They're not a playoff team this year, so I'm not going to go extra with them. The next 3 games to close out week 1 are great. We had your Green Bay Packers pounded the Lions 27-13. You called this. You said this was an easy one. The Packers are going to win. And I want to hear your thoughts, Big Ree. This is your team.
First off, I'm very, very mad that they let them score the touchdown at the end because that makes the score look a lot better than it was. And secondly, Jordan Love did not play that great. And Micah Parsons was on a snap count. So this is equivalent 27-6 score. And so I just think the Packers just have to get better. Jordan Love has to play better, especially coming up on Thursday Night Football versus the Commanders. And I think Josh Jacobs, I don't think he did too good.
19 for 66, 1 TD. It's a decent, nothing.
I think they were throwing the ball more. And I think Jordan Love had an okay game, but he needs to play better. And I think Jared Goff was just, they had so much pressure on him the whole time, even though Parsons was on a snap count.
I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, the Lions look like complete crap. So is this like, hey, these guys have really fell off, the coordinators are gone, or is it just, hey, they went up against a good Green Bay team on the road and just, and they'll recover? What are your thoughts there?
I think they recover week 2 versus the Bears. If they don't recover, if they lose week 2, then it's a red flag, and we got to hit the panic button because that's another division opponent.
Yeah.
and then you're 0-2,
Yep.
and you lost 2 division games. So
Yeah.
then you hit the panic button. But right now it's only week 1. I don't like to overreact over week 1. Packers played good, and Lions just played terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Lions fan, and they did not look good, and it was hard to watch that game. I'll be honest, it was hard. I expected a close game, right? I thought maybe if Green Bay wins, maybe by a touchdown. I didn't expect this, and I didn't expect this type of spanking. The Lions got spanked, but we'll see. I'm not gonna hit the panic button either. It's always week 1. No overreaction, but they did not look good. Let's get into the game of the week. The Bills 41-40 win over Baltimore. I mean, what a game, Big Ree. Baltimore, Derrick Henry was rolling, ran all over Buffalo. They were up 40-25, Big Ree, with about 10 minutes left in the fourth. And then almost one of the most epic collapses that I've seen. And I just want to hear your thoughts on this game.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of a collapse and a comeback too, because the Ravens collapsed. There's no question about that. But Josh Allen definitely deserves some credit, and he's the odds-on MVP favorite now, I believe, at plus 360. So, and just the shootout, 81 points there. Holy crap!
I mean, a huge shootout, and you kind of felt that momentum when they went up 40-25, and they missed the extra point to be 15-6. I think they left a little bit open there, and then Josh Allen played well, and he drove them down. You got to give him credit. He was making the right passes, but there's a couple things that I want to touch on here. First of all, Baltimore defense looked horrible. I'm not going to give all the credit to Josh Allen. Their defense looked like complete crap, number one, and they were on the road in Buffalo, so okay, I get it. Number two, this game should have been done. There was a fourth down, and the ball got tipped by Kincaid, and Keon Coleman luckily caught it in the end zone. Then Derrick Henry, who's fumbled, if I'm correct, Derrick Henry has fumbled maybe 4 times in his career. And then fumbled, and then just. But honestly, I'm not going to blame the Baltimore defense. I'm not going to overreact and say Josh Allen doesn't deserve credit. He played great, and he made a lot of great passes. Like, the guy made great passes, and he's not turnovering the ball. But I put a lot of blame on Coach Harbaugh here. A lot of blame. He damn well knew that once Buffalo scored that second touchdown and brought it to 40-38, right? With 1:58 left in the game. He knew. Everybody in the stadium knew, and everybody that was watching this game knew that Buffalo had 3 timeouts. If you give Buffalo the ball back with a minute and 30 seconds, and they just need a field goal, they're going to win the game. Everybody knew if they get the ball back, Baltimore's losing this game. They lost all the momentum. Everything was going for Buffalo. And the play calling was complete crap in that last drive. And I blame Coach Harbaugh. He blew this game for them. You run it like the second play, they do a freaking trick play, let like Zay Flowers run it, and he just goes down with no gain, just so he doesn't go out of bounds. And then you want to pass it just on 3rd down? You damn well should have known if you gave Buffalo the ball back, they were going to lose the game. And so I blame Coach Harbaugh this whole thing. 100%. I don't care what happened for the first 58 minutes. You knew you could not give Buffalo the ball back under no circumstances. So you need to go for that first down. They should have even went for it on 4th down. It was 4th and 3. You got to go for it. Let Lamar run it.
Yeah.
You cannot give it up. So anyhow, but what a great game. Josh Allen, congrats, played well. Buffalo's not winning the Super Bowl. And this is a bold pick, okay? Not the Super Bowl. Josh Allen is not winning MVP. I'm going to make that clear. Josh Allen is not going to win MVP here. I'm not buying it. I am not buying it at all. Let's get into Monday night, which was another great game, Big Ree. Bad beat central for Sunday night and Monday night. Bears lost 27-24 to the Minnesota Vikings, Big Ree. What are your thoughts there? I mean, Bears were in control. They were up 17-6 with 13 minutes left in the fourth, and then went on a 21-0 run.
Yeah.
No, 21-7, but 21 straight points at one point.
Yeah, and I know for sure a lot of people, even before the fourth quarter started, were already bashing J.J. McCarthy, and he came out and he showed them all, hey, this is me, I'm him.
So you believe in J.J. McCarthy?
I'm not going to say I believe him. I'm not going to say he sucks.
I mean, he came through, right? He came through. He made some big plays. I'm not buying J.J. McCarthy. I've said that from the get-go. I'm not buying this. I'm not overreacting here. I think, once again, Bears, Caleb Williams didn't come through. Bears play calling was complete crap. They just thought they already had this game won. And kudos. I mean, you put up 21 straight points. You deserve to win. But, you know, the Bears, once again, this is why coaches get paid. Play callers, and they completely blew this. They acted like they already had this game won, and all the momentum was there. McCarthy looked like complete crap in the first half. I think he had 30 yards passing.
Did, for sure.
He looked horrible, and he didn't even end with a great game. But they won the game. You got to give him credit, you know. And he led them to victory, which is all that matters. They won. Disappointed in Caleb Williams because, you know, I thought, you know, he could have done a little bit more, but, you know, it'll be interesting to see. This is a big divisional game, and we'll see how the season, you know, pans out for both of them.
All right, let's get into the shout-outs.
Let's get to the shout-outs. Big Ree, we're going to start off a shout-out to not a Biden fan. He said 10 years seems like yesterday, LFG. We appreciate it, brother.
Shout out to Paul Mansuri. 10 years, awesome. When you guys coming out to the East, I'll feed you both some great pizza. Anyways, congrats on 10 years.
On that note, a lot of people have been offering Big Ree. You know, last week you said you just Vegas is not your vibe. I think you got an offer from Biloxi. You got an offer from New York, Toronto, and up north California, saying, "Hey, let me know all fees paid, bro."
Yeah.
So people are big fans of Big Ree. All right, shout out to Ed Zabrowski, always in the comments, loyal fan. He said, "Let's go, boys." What up, Ed?
Shout out to Timothy Taylor. What's up, Big Ree and Ace? Love y'all's show is entertaining. One question though, do y'all's dispute be 100, or y'all just know it's good for TV? Love the back and forth. Just never give up on each other.
Shout out to Timothy. I'll let you take that, Big Ree.
Yeah, it's a 100%. We don't do this for TV. Okay, it's 100%.
100%. That's one thing about our show, boys and girls. Nothing is scripted. Nothing is discussed. Everything is live, impromptu. We don't even do double takes here. Yeah. This is literally like our first take. We're shooting the shit. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, so there's nothing for the gram or for the clips, boys and girls. This is it. This is us. And so we appreciate all the support. It has been 10 years, and you know, we want to thank everybody for just supporting our channel, man. And I can't believe it's been 10 years, Big Ree, and we're doing our best to continue to make the channel evolve. So anything else?
Let's get into the picks.
All right. Without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right, game one. We got the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are a 5.5-point favorite. The Giants 0-1, coming off a 21-6 loss to Washington. They got almost doubled up on yardage, 432 to 231. Our boy Russell Dangerous Wilson, 17 for 37, 168 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Tyrone Tracy Jr., 10 carries, 24 yards. Their defense did look serviceable, you know, led by, you know, Kevin Thibodeaux and, you know, Abdul Carter. But, yeah, offense looked horrible. Then we got Dallas 1-0, coming off a 24-20, 0-1, coming off a 24-20 loss to Philly. They did outgain Philly, 307-302. Dak Prescott, 21 for 34, 188 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Running back Javonte Williams, 15 for 54, 2 touchdowns. Looked good early on, and then kind of after that didn't do much. CeeDee Lamb, 7 receptions, 110. Here's my thought here. I think this is going to be a closer game than everybody thinks. I think Dallas got a lot of momentum in game 1 because of Jalen Carter getting knocked out before it even started. And I think Saquon didn't play great. And I think, they were high off that win, off the Super Bowl celebration. And I think let, Dallas stick around. But I like Dallas. I think they got a good offense, but they're at home here. But I think Giants are going to play much better, and I like the Giants' defense. I think this is a much closer game than everybody thinks. I like Dallas to win here, but I think the Giants cover, and I'm taking the Giants plus 5.5. All right, game 2. We got the Los Angeles Rams at the Tennessee Titans. The Rams are a 5.5-point favorite. The Rams, coming off a 14-9 win versus Houston. Close game, played very, very even throughout the game. This could have gone either way. And that late fumble really cost the Texans there. Stafford, 21 for 29, 245, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Kyren Williams, 18 for 66, 1 touchdown on the ground. Rams did look good in that win, but, they played up a very, very good Texans team. And then we got Tennessee 0-1 coming off a 20-12 loss at Denver. They got outgained here, Big Ree, 317 to 133, Big Ree. They put up 133 yards. Number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward, 12 for 28, 112 yards. Here's my thoughts. First of all, the Rams, they played a really good Texans team. Texans are going to win that division. They're a playoff team, and they played a really good team against them. And then the Titans, first of all, they lost by 8. Okay, so they lost by 8, and Denver had 4 turnovers, okay? 4 turnovers. Tennessee has got no offense. They got, the running back is Pollard?
Yeah.
And they got no receivers. There's no offense there. I don't care that they're at home. This is an easy one, boys and girls. I'm taking the Rams minus 5.5. All right, game 3. We got the Atlanta Falcons at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are a 4.5-point favorite. Atlanta 0-1, coming off a 23-20 loss to Tampa Bay. They actually outgained Tampa Bay 358 to 260. They actually more first downs, 23 to 16 on the first down count. Michael Penix Jr., 27 for 42, 298 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Bijan Robinson, though, 12 carries, 24 yards, Big Ree. He did have 100 receiving yards on a touchdown, but did not look good on the ground. They did hold Baker Mayfield 17 for 32, 167 total passing yards. Baker puts up passing yards. They held him for 167. Baker did have 3 passing touchdowns, but only 167. Then we got Minnesota 1-0 coming off a 27-24 win versus Chicago. This was a comeback win. They were down 17-6 with 13 minutes left in the fourth, and then strung together 21 straight points. Quarterback J.J. McCarthy, a rookie from last year in his first start, 13 for 20, 143, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 touchdown on the ground. Looked like complete crap in the first half, and second half woke up, played well, led them to a victory. Jordan Mason looks like he's the lead back for them, 15 carries, 68 yards. Aaron Jones only had 8 carries for the Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 3 receptions, 44 yards. Here's my thoughts there. First of all, I think Atlanta should have won this game against Tampa Bay. They blew this game. Very lucky win for Tampa Bay. Very lucky win on the other side for Minnesota. I think Chicago, they were at home. They thought this game was in the bag. Took their foot off the brake and just let Minnesota get some momentum. And McCarthy, J.J. McCarthy, give him credit. He took advantage of that. played well to close this game out in his hometown, and I'll give him credit. But first of all, I'm not buying J.J. McCarthy. He's still a rookie. There's no reason for them to be favorites here, let alone at 4.5. This should, at best, this should be a pick'em at best. And so I think this is such a juicy pick here. This is my lock of the week, boys and girls. Don't get fooled. I'm taking Atlanta plus 4.5. Lock of the week. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is the Bills at the Jets. The current spread is Bills minus 6.5. Obviously, we all know what the Bills are coming off, a crazy comeback win on Sunday night. Jets coming off a 34-32 loss to the Steelers. Josh Allen played amazing, lights out, 33 for 46, 292 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Jets played well, even though they lost the game. Justin Fields had 218 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 48 rushing yards. Breece Hall had a good day, 19 carries, 107 yards. Josh Allen played MVP football, and the Jets are the better team here, but I think, the Bills are the better team here, but I think the Jets come to play, and they put up a fight. I'm taking the Jets plus 6.5. The next game I got is a Monday night game, the Bucs at the Texans. Bucs coming off a crazy game, as Ace just talked about. Texans are coming off a loss on the road, 14-9. Baker Mayfield played okay, as Ace mentioned, 176 yards, 3 touchdowns, 40 rushing yards. Rookie wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka, had 4 receptions of 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. C.J. Stroud did not look too good, 188 yards, 1 interception. Nick Chubb led the way. While Texans' offense did not look good, their defense did look good. And I think their defense is going to give Baker a wake-up call. And I think the Texans bounce back on their home opener. And I'm taking the Texans minus 2.5. That's my lock of the week. The last game I got is the Broncos at the Colts. Broncos coming off a 20-12 win versus the Titans. Colts coming off a 33-8 win versus the Dolphins. I was not impressed with the Broncos here at all. As Ace mentioned, Bo Nix played awful. Danny Dimes played well. 272 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. This is going to be an interesting game here. I'm not going to take the spread here, but I'm going to think it's low scoring, and I'm taking under 43.5.
Okay. Cannot wait, Big Ree. A lot of good games on the docket this week. And we're going to start off with the Thursday night, Washington and your team, Big Ree.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. I'm not as confident as I was versus the Lions because you don't know with Jaden Daniels how he's going to play. He's a very mobile quarterback.
I just can't wait to see both. This game is going to tell a lot about both teams, right?
Yeah, for sure.
How does Green Bay look after that dominating win versus the Lions? And then, Washington, they played, the Giants. Let's see how they look. But can't wait. Football is back, Big Ree. It's going to be a juicy weekend, boys and girls. And good luck this week. Anything else you want to throw in?
Just subscribe, like, and comment. Good luck, guys. Peace out.